Hello and welcome to the lecture on ArrayList class implementing list interface. In this lecture we will be discussing about list interface and list implementation class, that is ArrayList, and how to use ArrayList class to store group of objects. The outcome of this lecture is that the students will be able to explain the characteristics of ArrayList collection class and will be able to write Java program using ArrayList class. A collection is group of individual objects represented as a single unit. Core interfaces in collections are set, list, queue, dequeue, map. A list is an ordered collection of elements. Unlike set, lists typically allow duplicate elements. List typically allows pairs of elements which are equal. The user can access elements by their integer index, that is the position in the list, and search for the elements in the list. Null elements are allowed in the list. Lists like Java arrays are zero based indexed. The list interface provides a special iterator called list iterator that allows elements insertion, replacement and bidirectional access in the addition to the normal operation that the iterator interface provides. A method is provided to obtain a list of iterator and starts at a specified position in the list. The list interface provides four methods for positional or indexed access to the list elements. The list interface provides two methods to search for a specified object. The methods are index of and last index of. The list interface provides two methods to efficiently insert and remove multiple elements at an arbitrary point in the list. The methods are add and remove. List interface is available in java.util package. List interface is declared as shown here with parameter e, where e indicates the type of elements in this list. Collection interface and iterable interface is implemented by list interface. These are super interfaces of list interface. Here is the core interface in collection from which we have studied list interface, and now we will be discussing more about ArrayList class, which is implementing list interface. This ArrayList class implements the list interface available under java.util package. ArrayList class is declared as shown here with parameter e, where e indicates the type of elements maintained by this list. Serializable, clonable, iterable, collection, list and random access, all these are interfaces implemented by ArrayList class. ArrayList class extends abstract list class. ArrayList is a list. It implements the contract defined by the list interface. ArrayList extends abstract list, which is just an implementation detail. In fact, abstract list class implements list interface, but abstract list class provides a skeletal implementation of the list interface to minimize the effort required to implement this interface. ArrayList class is a member of the Java collection framework. ArrayList class implements the list interface. It implements all optional list operations and permits all elements including null elements. This class is resizable array implementation of the list interface. Each ArrayList instance has a capacity. The capacity is the size of the array used to store the elements in the list. It is always at least as large as the list size. As elements are added to an array list, its capacity grows automatically. In ArrayList, the size, isEmpty, get, set, iterator and list iterator operations run in constant time. The add operation runs in amortized constant time, that is adding m elements requires O of m time. ArrayList implementation is not synchronized. If multiple threads access an ArrayList instance concurrently and at least one of the threads modify the list structurally, it must be synchronized externally. Here is the time to reflect on the content what we have learned. State the following statement is true or false. ArrayList is resizable array implementation of the list interface. Next statement is list does not allow the duplicate elements like set. Pause the video for a moment and think on the answer for this question. Answer of the first question is true. Yes, ArrayList is resizable array implementation of the list interface. Second question's answer is false. Set does not allow duplicate elements. But list allows duplicate elements. So that's why the list does not allow the duplicate elements like set is a false. Now the methods in ArrayList class. There are many methods available in ArrayList class. Here we will be discussing add and iterator methods. Add method with return type boolean and parameter element type e. We have already discussed these methods in HashSet class. This method appends the specified element at the end of this list. There is also add method available to insert the specified element at the specified position in this list. Iterator method is used to iterate elements in the list. This method returns an iterator over the elements in this list. Here is the demonstration of a simple program using ArrayList class in which string elements added and access to display. First, import required package java.util package. Define class demo ArrayList. In main method, creating ArrayList class object ArrayList. Adding string elements in ArrayList object. Now, to traverse ArrayList object, after adding to traverse the ArrayList object elements, get iterator over the elements in this list by calling iterator method of the ArrayList object. Then using while loop construct, we can access the elements of ArrayList object. Here has next method called returns true if the iteration has more elements, and next method called returns the next elements in the iteration. So this is a simple program using ArrayList class. Finally, the output of the demo ArrayList program execution is shown here. The order in which the elements are added to ArrayList, the same order is followed while iterating over accessing these elements from ArrayList. So here it demonstrates that list is an ordered collection of elements. You can see the order in which the elements are added to the list and the order in which it is displayed or accessed to display on the screen is the same order. Thank you for watching this video.